Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana. Make like this. Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Bhaktavinda. Sun is coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hare. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Sachi Mata Pranadana, Gaura Hare. Sachi Mata Pranadana, Gaura Hare. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramaye. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramaye. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Gaur Premanande. Nam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Stottara Shata Nitya Leela Pravishta Abhay Charna Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Param Gurudev Shila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampadaya Ki ISKCON Vartaman Guru Vrinda Ki Grantrat Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nasta Prayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatim Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Umagyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurminitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mugam Karoti Vachalam Pangulangayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinitadinam Paramananda Madham Chaitanya. So I have been asked speak on the Mother Kunti prayers, first sloka. So prayers of devotees in the Bhagavatam, so many prayers are there. The perception of these prayers is very important. Which devotee is praying, what for she is praying, and what is the result of it. Want me to repeat it? You got it? So, so these prayers are not spoken from the mind. These prayers come with deep realization from the heart. They feel it. And that comes just like that. It is not that we prepare and come, just like I prepared and come. Let me be honest. But there's nothing wrong because whatever Prabhupada says, I can repeat. Correct, no? So the point is, Kali Yuga is, copying is okay as long as you're authorized by your Guru. Because very difficult to be realized just like that because Kali is so powerful. So, this is another one. I mean, I'm not criticizing him because this mobile is something which is always disturbing. Even on the way to Vaikuntha, it will bring you back. So earlier we used to think that a person who is too attached to the money, when he sees the money, even if it dies, he will open the eyes. But this mobile is something different. It is because you think you're so important that mobile makes you very important that you don't have to even think of Krishna. So we have to be careful how we are using what you're using. So Krishna consciousness is all about engaging the machines available, including this body machine, what Krishna wants, how Krishna wants. Yantra Rudani Maya. Very clearly he says. So whenever you are going through studying the Bhagavatam or scriptures, two things are very, very important. That is coming through the Guru. Second thing is, what Srila Prabhupada is talking about, if you see his Bhaktivedanta purport, the Bhagavatam always goes along with Chaitanya Charitamrita, it goes with Bhagavad Gita. He brings in culinary adjustments to emphasize, to drive the point to the heart that this is what is said. Pratyaksha Praman. So he gives various understanding about how to drive the point to the heart. So heart-to-heart transformation is very important, but if the mind is the culprit, it filters it. By the time it goes to the mind goes somewhere else, the outcome to the heart becomes filtered. Just like when we take food, not everything is digested, something goes out. Right? Now you have to make out what remains in the heart, remains in the body, what should go out. If wrong thing happens, the vitamins go out and the opposite vitamins remains, then you become diseased. In the same way, Krishna consciousness is all about what should remain in the heart, what you should throw out. So this is what you have, each one of us have to look at when we take a Bhagavatam, when we make a Bhagavad Gita, when we start studying it. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, which is coming from Parampara, it is not a study book or you mug it up and go. This is a life study, which is life. The next life, it determines what you're doing now. The moment you stop breathing, Krishna gives his energy to go back there. Otherwise, Maya will give her energy, take one more body. So don't ever take a chance when we are studying the Shastra, whether you're giving 15 minutes, whether giving you half an hour, but you give 100% there. If you don't give, that means digestion will be indigestion. Krishna consciousness is all about absorption. And so what you have to throw out, what should be retained is, that's what Prabhupada taught us. So these prayers which are all there, each one is coming with one type of perception, whether it's Kunti, whether it is Gajendra, whether it is Lord Shiva. If you look at all this, it has a fantastic perception what exalted devotees speak about the Supreme Lord. But everybody is speaking the same thing, establishing the fact that Lord is supreme and we have to go back to him. So if this is what is coming out of these prayers, what is the difficulty? We just chant those prayers and engage in Krishna consciousness. Simply you will fly back to Krishna. You don't have to do any exercise. The problem is because the mind, which is their part of this body, which is not trained, it will not allow you to concentrate there. You tell you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do that. It will tell. Nevertheless, whether you do it or not, it will happen. So you have to separate the mind and tell the mind, I am in the Bhagavatam class. If I am studying Bhagavatam, don't disturb me. You be with me. You please cooperate with me. If you don't cooperate, I am going to throw you out. That's what Krishna is telling to Arjuna. That's what Arjuna is asking, how to, tame the mind. So unless you don't tame your mind, it will not come under your control. If you don't take care of your children, what will they do? They go. In the same way, if the mind is not controlled, it will act on the soul, it will take you somewhere else. So these prayers are helping us to address those situations where in difficult times, what is happening? After difficult time, when Krishna saves you, what you have to say? Huh? In Gajendra's prayers, he got stuck up and he was about to save him. He brought on prayer. And this prayer of Kunti, he is praying after Krishna saved her grandson. See the perception how it is. But all our prayers, which is whether you do it before, you do it later, or do in that instant, but you do the prayer. This is what is shown. And suppose if you are going on the way, somebody comes and like Lord Shiva comes and meets Prachetas, there is another prayer there. And instead of going back home, they went off to the forest. So look at all these instances where an exalted Vaishnava comes in our life, he changes our starts. And that is Srila Prabhupada. Here, when we talk about Kunti, what is she? She is an ordinary person, but a virtuous lady who dedicated her entire life for her husband, for her children. Not only that, her counterpart children also. Not only that, she also helped other people. You know, where Brahmana's house, Eka Chakra. Where? So if you analyze her life, simple lady. So why can't we be simple in life and follow what she is telling? No complication. She didn't sit and do anything. 16 rounds and all, nothing. She simply followed dharma. What is our dharma is designed at that time what it is. For us, dharma is defined by Prabhupada, what you are supposed to do. He has given those things. So let's make sure what is that we have to do in what time. This is in your hand. What should you do? If you do in wrong time something else which is to be done, then the result will be, outcome will be different. Sitting in Bhagavatam, you are planning your business. Problem. And he is sitting in the business also, if you are planning Bhagavatam, is another problem. So the point is, what I'm trying to say is, if you are cooking for Krishna, fine. Just cook nicely, put everything, Krishna will accept it. But if you are thinking of your house problems and cook there, ultimately Krishna will get without salt or sugar is more. Still you will accept so mercifully, you still accept. But how long you will do it? So Krishna consciousness is all about awakening oneself, do the right thing at the right time. That's all, simple. After Mangalarti, 16 round chanting, do. But if you have to go to the kitchen, you have to go there. So setting the right priorities in our life at the right time is human life. Something wrong with me? Correct, no? Pandit. So what I'm trying to drive is this Bhagavatam is such a nourishment. It helps you to become gentleman. It helps you to make others also gentlemen. The Bhaktivedanta purports what Srila Prabhupada writing in each of this, that perception matters. He is not confusing the perception what Kunti is giving with Gajendra. But the result is the same. Is it not? So if you are, what is the definition as such? What Queen Kunti, a virtuous woman, cares for her family, very hard worker. She toils faithfully and meets the needs of her own family. She does not forget to help others needy. At the same time, she's taking of her health. But it doesn't say anything about spirituality. So the point which we have to understand is a jiva, exalted person, also can pray. And here is a insignificant woman is also bringing out prayers. So if you balance these prayers, the outcome of that prayers is glorification of Supreme. Nothing she is telling, you did this. She is expressing her gratitude. So the bottom line is gratitude. What is this gratitude? Gratitude is mixed up with that humility and expressing, Srila Prabhupada, you gave me life. My dear teacher, you gave me life. So like that, you go on expressing to the acknowledging people who have helped you. So take a diary, sit. Who is helping? My parents gave me birth. My teacher did this. My younger brother did this. You go on life, you are obligated to somebody or the other. But you are forgetting only one thing. The main obligation you should have to Krishna, because he gave you human birth. Because he's sitting in the heart, Hridaya Tishtanti, he's sitting there and making sure you get the human body if you have done the work. So if you forget him and you express your gratitude to everybody else, what kind of nyaya is this? So human birth, first thing is the gratitude we have to express to is the Supreme Lord who made sure that you got the human birth. Not only that, in case there are so many things, you're born in a good family, you come out at so many things are good. So these things are also is not given by your parents. It is given by, because Krishna recorded your Jatakam. What is his business? Yeah. Why should you do all that? That is compassion. Because you are his son, his daughter, his son first, not anybody else. That's why he cares in every life for you, whereas our present parents or our present relatives are relating only to this life. So Krishna is telling to Arjuna, you do not remember, but I remember. Is it not compassion? Why should Supreme Lord remember what you are doing? We are nonsense people. Just imagine what we are doing. Every time we are kicking him, how many lives we have taken? Except recognizing him, we recognize everybody in this world. And this is what Srila Prabhupada, he brought him in the front. He is the person whom you have to think. So an Acharya is the one who shakes you up and tells you what it is. And that is the parampara who come in that. Many people do give class, fine, we accept, we respect them. But one who shakes you up and brings you in that person is your real father. Many people contribute to our life, our progress. Fine, we acknowledge that. But our responsibility is very limited to only there. Not beyond that. There is only one person whom we are obligated, only Guru and Krishna we are obligated. Sarvasvam we have to give. Why does he has to say Sarva Dhamman Paritita, please? So Bhagavad Gita, analytical study will make you a scientist. It will not make you a devotee. Bhakti will not come. You may be a renowned person, you may be very good in sloka, you may be doing good things, a gentleman, but there'll be no bhakti there. You will not grow. Bhakti will grow only when you acknowledge this fact is what Krishna is telling, I have to follow. No, you tell anything you want, but I will do whatever I want. That is Maya. So in this world, many people take the Bhagavad Gita. Maybe they have misunderstood Bhagavad Gita and they give the misunderstanding to everybody. Why I am stressing this point is to make sure that what is this Queen Kunti is talking about, what is in on prayer, what is she establishing, and what is related with what Prabhupada wants. These two are okay, then what do you want? Why are we sitting here today? People have thrown us out. They don't want us. No, you took a choice that I want to come to the temple. That means you exercise your free will. So when you exercise your free will, Krishna likes it. Because you are exercising what he wants. So as long as our Pita, we start following him, then Krishna reciprocates accordingly. So this is unique for each one of us. Don't mix up with your family, with your country, state. Don't mix up all that. This all, let it be there. Those relations are there, it will be there, it will go. But this relation won't go. Suppose you are born in Pakistan, but still Krishna will ask to come to Pakistan. Because he's sitting in the heart. That is why Lord is so, his expansion of the Paramatma future, he did not go anywhere, he sat up in the heart. Whether it is a microbe or it is Brahma, the highest person in this world. So what did Brahma say? Ishvaraha Parama, his prayer, it comes in Brahma Samhita. Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadi Adi Govinda. Sarva Karana, the last word, Sarva Karana Karana. So now we will relate that with what is Kunti praying. So just I'm giving a prelude to go to that first sloka of the prayers. So the point this Bhagavatam, when we study, what will happen to you is this: a common person will become exalted devotee. That's all the difference is. If you see, analyze the life of the Goswamis, all that, all Pandits. But here is a person doesn't know, simply knows kitchen work. She will go do kitchen and take care. Krishna, you want this, you give. So now she is also getting the same position. So why can't we get? Provided we follow what he says. Make life simpler, your life is secure. You make it complicated, you may enjoy, but it's limited. It is what it is. Prabhuji knows how much difficulty is to get back the money. So Srila Prabhupada was that person who came up with this Bhaktivedanta purport to make us, to take us back to Godhead. He did not choose. So Queen Kunti's prayer, which is called as a Stuthi. So it is nothing but the prayers coming from the heart of her. Now, why did this prayer come? This prayer comes before that. There is one more prayer. What is that prayer? Actually, it's not a prayer. It was helplessness. Is Uttara. What is happening to Uttara? Brahmastra has come off from Ashwatthama. Is about to kill the progeny, which is, in our womb. This is a very important point. Please understand this. Instead of calling her husband or her grandfather, she's calling somebody else to protect her womb. She is not calling. Who is Uttara's husband? Abhimanyu. But he is not there. He's already gone back. But grandfather is there. Grandfather, also Yudhishthir Maharaj is there. So many people are there. The mistake what Draupadi did is, instead of calling Krishna, she called everybody else. She is also protected. I'm trying to, make us get this line. What should we think about these prayers are? Right? There, Draupadi is doing all the way around. Just like Ganesh, he just went around Shiva Parvati, whereas Subramanya went around everywhere. Both got the same result. So don't go, all the way. Shortcut is better. And that's what Prabhupada is giving. 4 hours you give me in a day, you will go back to Krishna. 4 hours each of you decide what you want to do. 4 hours he says, you give me, you go back to Krishna. Because that will profoundly, pack you up with your mental and it will not go heavy. So now what she is telling is, Uttara, 1st Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 8th chapter, 9th, what she says? Pahi pahi maga yogin, deva deva jagatpate, nanyam tvad abhayam pashye yatra mrityuhu parasparam. That it's coming any time. Uttara said, oh Lord of the Lord of the universe, you are the greatest mystic. Please protect me from, there is no one else who can save me from the clutches of death in this world of duality. He uses the word duality. So now all of you think we can meditate on how many people we have depended on our life. Anything happens to us, first we'll think of father, mother, so many people, but they may not save us. But here, all these people she's the ordinary, princess, didn't have much realization, but she knew who can save, who cannot save. Yes, this life is there with it. So any attachment should be based on realization. Whether it's husband-wife relation, with his children relation, with the parent realization, all this realization, the perception matters a lot. Time and again, I'm using this word. Perception matters. Who can benefit you momentarily? Who can help you to a longer time? And who can eternally benefit? That matters a lot. So being in Krishna consciousness, if this distortion can go only with study of the Bhagavad, and that too with your mind focused on that. Otherwise, it will topsy-turvy. You study Bhagavatam, outside you go, again we are lost. So here why she is coming, and so this purport is very interesting. And Prabhupada says, this material world of duality, see how he highlights the word duality, is in contrast with the oneness of the absolute realm. The world of duality is composed of matter and spirit. Two things is telling, matter and spirit. Now there is matter, deha, dehi, who is sitting in the heart. So if you don't discriminate between this, then your dehi devi will become, then we go to the next womb. So this is what critical study of one. This is not some Brahma Vidya. Simple word to understand. I'm not the body, but you can realize now how many times so many things have happened, but you are separate from that. So here Prabhupada says that in this dual world, everyone is falsely trying to become master of the world. Whereas absolute world, it is ulta. Lord is absolute Lord and all others are servitors. How much of this we know when we go outside in the house? I am the Karta. Please go and analyze in your house how much of Lord you are, how much you go to the business, how much you are Lord there. Look at it. You please judge yourself. I did all this homework. I feel ashamed myself. Why I'm sitting here? Because the consciousness is so much polluted that the Brahma, the Brahma of being the Lord is so much induced in so many lives. It will not just go like that. But 4 hours will make it. What, Mataji? 4 hours. But throughout life. Still we stop breathing. Because afterwards it's a different point. So in the world of duality, everyone, another point he makes is envious of others. Arey yaar, even in temple, this is a problem. He gives a better Bhagavatam class than me. How did he give? I will prepare more. I mean, see, the tendency of the human, as long as it's polluted, in every department, wherever we are, it falls a trap because this mind is still not become friendly. Anywhere you go. So that's happening here also, outside, everywhere. So his next thing is talking about the enviousness. And now death is inevitable due to dual existence of matter and spirit. Now he's making this point, death is imminent. What is going to die? Body is going to, but here duality is thinking this fellow is gone. So unless you have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, you can't understand this, no? Not just knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. It has to be realized knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and you should be practicing too. Now 3 steps I'm making there. So knowledge you have near knowledge, but if you don't practice, that is revealed knowledge. If it doesn't reveal, how does it reveal? Only by when we go through the perception of an Acharya, perception of pure devotees. When we see this, then only it will go inside and as a vitamin it will stay in the body. Your own speculation won't matter. Every moment we are obligated to Prabhupada. The word what we there. If that thing is there in your mind, there's no problem. We are on a highway to go back to Krishna. We have to acknowledge how many times we are obligated to so many people. We always worship them. Even after their death, we put their photo. This person left so much property to me. Is it not? We are obligated. Even though you don't know where he is gone. Why you are obligated? Because he gave you something. Because there is a reciprocation. Kuch diya wo wapas de denge. Okay. So when he is not ready to take, it's okay. In his name, we'll make some archana or something like that. But the obligation is there. So this is the duality of that, which is, take and give. That is predominant in this world. But correct, we'll go by that principle only. But if Krishna has given you human birth, why don't you give him back his body? Why don't you give him back? He gave you this body so that we go back to him. But except for that, we give everything to him. Huh? Whatever we don't want, we'll give it to him. Huh? Prabhuji, in my house, there are some utensils. We're not using it. Can we give it? But I will take it because it's going Krishna service. Why can't I buy a new and give? Why should we give what we don't want? Yeah, excess is there. I'm not hitting at those points. I'm trying to make each one of us understand ourselves is that don't give useless stuff to him. Give yourself. Giving yourself means, I will conclude with what Prabhupada said in the last. You will know what does Prabhupada wants, what he wants us to give to Krishna. So another point which is coming up here is, one cannot, the Lord is only the shelter of the fearless and the surrendered soul. So now he is defining, Srila Prabhupada is talking about, she knows, Uttara knows that Krishna is going to protect her child. Who is that? Who was sitting in the... But later on he got killed by a snake. It's another problem. There Krishna is saving him. Here is keeping quiet. 7 days coming and it's really perplexed. Is it not? But Prabhupada came in the center. He made us understand. Why? What is that? That's why Acharya Mukhena. Common, if you take Chanda Mama or Chakoli Mama, this story, they will say something else. Right? Amar Chitra Katha. But real Katha is when we hear from the Parampara and coming from the Bhagavatam. Because all this, what they want, they will select and put it off and tell your children, this is the story. But Krishna Ganja's story is actually something else. So 99% of this world, especially people who are think in illusion, who are always in illusion, they concoct these things and come out which is favorable to them. If I have to make him a disciple, if I have to brainwash all of you, I'll also want to make adjustment myself. Okay, ye sab kar sakta. So that I get something from him. Here there is nothing like that. Clean, transparent. So that is what one cannot save himself from cruel hands of death in the material world without having surrendered to himself at the lotus feet of Lord. So this is what we learn from Uttara, that her decision was correct. She did not go to anybody else. She only went to Krishna for rescue. So what did Krishna do? Now Kunti is remembering that. And she comes out with this beautiful realization. What does Kunti do now? 1:8:18. I'm supposed to start with this sloka. The moment Kunti bows down her head in gratitude to the Lord, the veil of ignorance is lifted and she addresses her nephew like this. Namasye Purusham Vadyam Ishwaram Prakate Paramam Alaksyam Sarva Bhutanam Antirbahi Avastitam. So shall we all try repeating? Namasye Purushasham Vadayam Ishwaram Prakate Paramam Alaksyam Sarva Bhutanam Antirbahirti Avastitam. Namasye Purusham Tvadayam Ishwaram Prakate Param Alaksyam Sarva Bhutanam Bahir Avastitam. Anybody can try? Mataji's? Antarbahi. Kunti Uvacha. Srimati Kunti said, Namasye, let me bow down. Purusham, the Supreme Person. Tva, you. Adyam, the original. Ishwaram, the controller. Prakritehe, of the material cosmos. Param, beyond. Alaksyam, the invisible. Sarva, all. Bhutanam, of living beings. Antaha, within. Bahi, without. Avastitam, existing. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are affected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. Can all repeat together? Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. Purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Shanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Srimati Kunti Devi was quite aware that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Although he was playing the part of her nephew, such an enlightened lady could not commit a mistake by offering obeisance to her nephew. Therefore, she addressed him as the original Purusha. Beyond the material cosmos, although living entities are also transcendental, they are neither original nor infallible. The living entities are apt to fall down under the clutches of material nature, but the Lord is never like that. In the Vedas, therefore, he is described as Nityonam Chetanas Chetananam, chief among all living entities. Again, he is addressed as Ishvara, or the controller. The living entities are the demigods, or the ultimate controllers. He is the Parameshwara, or the super soul. He is both within and without. Although he is present before Srimati Kunti as her nephew, he was also within her and everyone else. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, 15th chapter, 15th verse, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivisto matta smitir vedescha sarve aham vedya. So, this is what I'm trying to make out is, Srila Prabhupada in a purport to that sloka, he is giving a corollary explanation from this Bhagavad Gita. So that nails further. So when we are having this, when we are studying this, the Bhagavatam, keep Bhagavad Gita also together. We keep other books also, so that it helps you to refer back. It is a PhD course, very simple, copying only. But that copying doesn't go to the mind, it goes to the heart. That what? Because Brahma Adi Kavaye. So it goes through when Brahma is speaking, he speaks through his heart to another heart. So when you study the Bhagavatam, you should always understand that it is heart to heart. The mind, it helps you to transmit to the heart. But if you are occupied somewhere, it will go somewhere else. So engaging the mind with that timing what you are studying the Bhagavatam, don't allow anything else. This is only Bhakti Shastri, nothing else. Understanding to do Krishna Bhakti properly is Bhakti Shastri. Am I wrong? What Bhakti? You are now a teacher now. She teaches Bhakti Shastri. What is Bhakti Shastri? How to do Bhakti to Krishna? If you can't do your rounds, if you can offer whatever you cook to Krishna with love and affection, if you hear the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita with humility, all this is Bhakti Shastri. But to do that, we have to do all that because complicated mind. Just like Srila Prabhupada was talking about that, his granddaughter Saraswati. He says, who is Krishna? She is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we can say same thing, that is enough for us. But we complicate. Oh, no, is this, is that, no. So Vedas are doing all this. That's why this Bhagavad Gita, if you keep, everything is over. Kinchit Bhagavad Gita. But still people speculate on that. That is the bewildering. So many talk about Bhakti Yoga, Gnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, so many yogas, and they get nothing there. Only yoga, body exercise, and come on. Nothing else. Because it's not coming from the heart. And you are selecting what you want, not what Krishna gives you. Both are important. Perception matters a lot. What you want from Bhagavad Gita and what Krishna wants to give you, both are different. What do you say, Panditji? Totally different. So that's why Prabhupada said, what Krishna wants, you give. I want a glass of water, don't bring me milk. Glass of milk. Is it not? That's what is our life is. Oh, this sloka is there. I'm making, this is what Krishna wants. Krishna says, Sarvadharman mamekam sharanam vraja. He didn't say mam anekam sharanam vraja. Why I'm using the word anekam? Because the Brahmavadi says everybody is Krishna. So you can't find everywhere. You are only Krishna. You surrender yourself. So you enjoy yourself. That is the conclusion. Anything wrong? So the point is the material world, what they're thinking, Krishna has given me. He has given everything to me. It is for my enjoyment. You are a fool. You are telling me that is for somebody else. You are a cheater. So this is what the material world is. And we fall for it. Is it not? Fall for it because the duality of material mind which is there, it will take you that way. So millions of life, we are contaminated, constantly engaging her. In one life, how will it go? But Srila Prabhupada promises 4 hours. 4 hours, 5 hours. So that 4 hours, what he is trying to tell us is that concentrated mind, Kshanam, that thinking of Krishna will take you back to God. Nothing else. What did she do? She just prayed to Krishna, I'm in trouble. So you call me. So she called and Krishna protected. Why he won't protect us? It's the same thing. Because it is eternally we are bound with Krishna. When we are in difficulty, Krishna, samsara, dukkalaya, ashashvata, you have told, I want to get out of it. Please help me. Then Prabhupada will come there. Or a sadhu will come. So sadhu is very important here. Otherwise, a sadhu comes in our life, it will be distortion. Why Prabhupada time and again says, as it is what Krishna wants is giving. So that's why he said, Prabhupada, he says, as it is. That word is not an ordinary word. The perception of Krishna is hidden in that as it is. There is no distortion right from Krishna, what he spoke, what Prabhupada spoke. What Prabhupada got from Bhakti-Sanswati Thakur and what Bhakti-Sanswati Thakur told others is different again. Each one took in a different direction. But what Prabhupada took, today ISKCON is standing in front of us. Today is there, ISKCON is here, where we are getting that. So I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just talking about as it is, you can get simply coming here. So in this Dukkalaya, there is one hope, a ray of hope is coming up in this part of the world. So perception matters a lot. Look at it, that as it is matters. So now Srila Prabhupada says that Paramatma sitting in everyone's heart, it is from him all the activities are initiated. The living entity forgets everything in his past life, but he has to act according to the direction of Supreme Lord, who is the witness to all his work. So if you are thinking nobody is recording, he is a person who is sitting inside you is recording, and according to that. So anything which is happening in your life,
is two things. Maya's mercy, another one is Krishna's mercy. Maya's mercy, we very much know. But Krishna's mercy is hidden. And you require a guru to tell you that. Otherwise, you will not know. Maya's mercy is enjoyment. Anything wrong? We have to enjoy. Life, everybody is enjoying. Yes, enjoy along with Krishna. Serving him. That's all. Krishna, Prabhupada added Krishna everywhere. You want to enjoy? No problem. Just add Krishna to it. So here Srila Prabhupada is making this point is, thus the Lord, therefore, he begins his work according to his past deeds. Required knowledge is supplied by him. Remembrance is coming from him. Even though ye forget, he doesn't forget. Thus the Lord is the only all-pervading. He is localized in every individual heart. Now let's go back to Kunti. What did he say? You're inside, you're outside. What is the difference here? It was just a prayer which is coming, but it is actually philosophy. Is it not? So the point is, if we can understand Krishna is supreme and just to serving all this, no complication in our life. Because of our identification and our priorities, which is not based on the Shastra, so we are getting into problems in life. So here is a hope. We are doing the same thing, but we are doing with the perception what Guru wants, with the perception what Krishna wants. That's the difference. Now, Queen Kunti affirms that Lord, although within and without, with all, he is invisible. She's talking all this point, and that Ashwatthama's, that Brahmastra, what is he coming? What is his intention? What is his perception? You can easily make out how he was possessed by the food eaten by Duryodhana. So if you are sitting in Maya's lap all the time, so where is the question of you going against her? Very difficult. So it has to be convinced, oh, there's something wrong here. And that this mind is such a dirty thing. How many lives it takes, it's not changing. And you require whips. Even though many whips we get, but still we tolerate. Tranapi sunichena, tarorapi saishna, amanena manadena kirtani. No, kirtaniya maya. We always look at that because we forget it. The constant remembrance of Krishna is making them pure devotees, even though philosophy is not that. They understood Krishna is the one protector. Whereas Ashwatthama is very Brahmana, you will realize, and he is living Brahmastra to kill a progeny who is going to rule this world. He did not know. So even Devatas or exalted people get bewildered. It's happened in Mahabharata. It's there in the Bhagavatam. So you don't have to become bewildered. Just go and study him. You will know you got bewildered. And you be careful. What's wrong in that? Why do you have to become bewildered? So if you know Brahmastra, he is left a Brahmana by birth. What is he doing? He's trying to kill a small baby. Even normal people, they don't kill the baby. Now Kali Yuga has changed, but general terms, Hindu Dharma, Sanatan Dharma doesn't allow. Is it not? So here, that's what you have to analyze. You have to analyze he is a Brahmana and he's a Guru Putra and he becomes so ignorant or he is protecting the Duryodhana's progeny. He says, no, this guy has to go. What would have happened if Parikshit was not saved? We wouldn't be sitting here. Is it not? One simple prayer helped. So when we are studying the Bhagavatam, if you analyze each character, there itself you can decide, oh, Brahma Gnana has to be based on what Guru Krishna says, not what you learn from Vedic, because it gets distorted. The same Bhagavad Gita, hundreds of people can give you a different version. But he is a Mahagnani. But outcome of that, where you will be? You will become God. So Srila Prabhupada says elsewhere, one person says, you read Bhagavad Gita, you will become God. One person says, he can become God. So each one is coming with his own ideas. So there were only 4 acharyas who, put everything on the same, whether it's Ramanuja or Madhva or Nimbarka. So all those parampara, they speak the same thing. But in material world, what these 4 acharyas? Thousands of acharyas are there. That is Kalyuga Acharyas, Maya Acharyas. They will all wear all kinds of dresses, very attractive, very nice flowery language. But what comes out is Tad Viruddha. What? Dharma. Tad Viruddha Dharma, which is comes out. So that is why it is required. The more we understand. So Queen Kunti, she is actually a realized person. Prabhupada is talking about. Tattvavet. So we should understand by Tattvagnan. So she is making this point. She knew already who Krishna is. The very first prayer of the Bhagavatam of Srimad Kunti is set standard. So the first prayer which is coming out, the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is Kunti's prayers. If you go through Kunti's prayers, your perception will change about them. The better halves, what you are thinking, they're all extraordinary people. You may be sitting in a male body, but the female counterpart here. So respect is very, very important. Every jiva is very, very. So here, Srila Prabhupada highlighting a woman is coming out. Coming out with that Tattvagnana. So that means they are equally capable of delivering this world. Right? Because Kali Yuga, which is going on, they have distorted many things for exploitation. Right? So now, here is the point which we have to, the whole prayer, the Acharya says is nothing but gratitude. Now, she is talking about everything what Krishna did. From the day where they were about to be killed inside the Lakshagar. So she comes out with yield points. Same thing we can also do. What has happened in our life? Who has helped us? Who have contributed? And every time Krishna was there. Krishna is there now also. But we have to fix it up. He is going to protect us. And Prabhupada is proved when he went, Krishna, you brought me here. Whatever you want, you make me do. You want me to dance, I will dance. See, he is not reciprocating. So if you read Prabhupada books, if you go through his purpose, why can't Krishna relate with us? Yeah, we are still a raw fruit. But it has the symptom. It has the quality to become ripened. But in this transit, no, if you don't give the right vitamins, right fertilizers, what will happen? That is why sadhana bhakti is required. Sadhana bhakti helps us to regulate it disciplines us. But it is not necessary to go back to Krishna. The moment you get it, it is okay. If you become humble and simple, Krishna reciprocates. But to regulate your thinking, I am so much of knowledge person, it bewilders us. So it requires complicated method. We have to read Bhagavata daily. We have to chant 16 rounds. What is it? But nevertheless, we'll do it. We can't pretend. So the whole aspect of Queen, she's remembering everything what happened, how she was saved. So you did this to me. So all our prayers are nothing but acknowledging, Krishna, you did this. So if this is the way the gratitude is expressed, and a person who is giving you life now and eternity, how much we should be obligated. I can't judge it. You please yourself calculate how it is. So whatever we are sitting here is, you're sitting with a molten of gold. Don't misuse it. This body stops functioning. This being gone, you don't know where we'll go. So protect it properly and as much as possible, discipline it. Discipline nothing but mind. No. Learn to say no. Not to Maya. We have to tell her no. We have to tell yes for Krishna consciousness. Because the moment you say yes to Krishna consciousness, Maya is Krishna's sister. Are yaar, mera party mein aa gaya. That means you are saved. So Maya becomes Durgalaya and you can get out from there. So a prayer of thankfulness of Queen Kunti is nothing but this Stuthi. Now I'll come to the last sloka of this particular, where she says, very interesting point which she makes here is 1:842, the last sloka. He says, Tvayi me nanya vishaye matir madhupate sakrit ratim udvat adhe ganga vighum udhavanti. That means to say, she says, O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flows to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn onto you without being diverted to anyone else. Ekena manasa. So she's concluding this fact is, just like Ganges, Bhagavata comes from there, lotus feet of Lord, then she comes, but her destination, where she comes to the Samudra. In the same way, she is telling here, let my mind, let my focus be undisturbed by anything else other than service to you. Oh my Lord. Anything wrong there? What a fantastic conclusion she is giving. Very simple life is. Bhagavatam is very, very tasty. But don't study Bhagavatam to give class. Give class to yourself. Then it becomes a relish. Otherwise, when you give class, they will be delivered. You will not be delivered. This is the biggest problem when we give Bhagavatam class or gives. We always prepare in such. First thing is there, what is your benefit, you say? So such an exalted lady, she is telling that purport is extraordinary. He says, perfection of pure devotees, devotional service is attained when attention is diverted towards the transcendental loving service of Lord. Look at the cutting way of Srila Prabhupada emphasizes. No distortion, not a chance, not a hairline chance for you to get out. So much perfect pointed. He says, to cut the tie of all other affection does not mean complete negation of finer elements. This is, please don't misunderstand what Prabhupada is telling, that to cut off, it is not negation of surround, no. The perception changes. What is the one perception? We thinking is the wife, she is supposed to serve me. You become a devotee, then the perception changes. The wife, I have to serve her. That's all the difference. The chord changes. Why I am giving you more of this? Because this is what is happening in this world. Husband, wife, children, and this. There is no other else. Other than the guru like Srila Prabhupada, who else is there? It's only this. Everybody's house, same problem. So, this very life, how is that we have to channel? Not that Krishna consciousness means, okay, everything is gone, everything is free. No, the problem is even in Pancha Pandavas, Krishna was there all the time. So, suffering is there as long as we are in this world. To get out of the suffering, we require sadhu sangha. The sadhu is very, very important. Lord Chaitanya says, the moment you take diksha, that is the time where Krishna takes over you. I'm making a statement from Chaitanya Charitamrita, makes a statement. What is Lord Chaitanya speaking about? When you take diksha, when Atma Samarpanam is done at the lotus feet of a spiritual master, whether he is there or not, because he is in parampara, Krishna takes over your life. Oh, let him take over my life, solve my problem. He is solving, but you don't want to get solved. What is that solving? Main thing, Janma, Jara, Mrityu, Vyadi, that has to be solved, nothing else. So that is solving, no? Every day, one day of Maya goes, one day of Krishna comes. Every day sun comes up. That means you have a chance to open your eyes and see the world the way Krishna wants. But the moment he shuts again, same thing happens and you close your eyes, everything gone. So 12 hours of morning, 12 hours of darkness, he is making us. So what matters is when you go accept a guru. So Lord Chaitanya is telling that when you take Atma Samarpanam at the feet of a sadhu or a guru, I will take over. Not my words, Lord Chaitanya's words. Any doubt? No doubt, no? You're doing this, so I thought you want. more clarity. So what I'm already quoting Shastras, because this movement we all have hope to go back to Krishna. Outside, I don't know. Because he is a perfect Acharya and a perfect God. Both are aligned. Only in between we have to get aligned. What do you think? Can we go in between? Guru will protect from one side, Krishna will protect. Let us be there sandwich. Nothing to worry. That's why Sadhu Sangha is very, very important. What we do. So Srila Prabhupada says the symptom of life such as desire, anger, hankering, feelings of attraction cannot be annihilated. Only the objective has to change. What did I say? Perception has to change. What is your objective? What for it is? Okay, life has come. Let me engage. But ultimately, I want to go back to Krishna. That's what it is. So now Prabhupada continues that desire cannot be negated, but in devotional service, desire is changed only by the service to the Lord in the place of sense gratification. The so-called family, attraction, society, country consists of different phases of sense gratification. When this desire is changed for satisfaction of the Lord, that is called devotional service. What is the difficulty? Very easy. Simple. Because this complicated mind does not want straight answers, it will go roundabout. Is it not? Simple answer you give. No, hey, very simple thing. 2 plus 2 is telling, I know that. No, you should tell like that. 2 plus 2 is how it is. Where did the 2 come? Another 2 come? What is plus? That's what the people are looking at. They are searching God, and God is sitting in the heart. Bagal mein bacha, share mein dondora. What is that? Gaon mein dondora. Krishna is sitting in the heart. We are searching everywhere. That's why Prabhupada said, let me have my temples, at least come and see here. Krishna is there. So that is what it is. So now I'll just go to the last, what Srila Prabhupada says. So Queen Kunti concludes that Kunti wanted to cut off her family relation. What she meant was cut off relation of the skin. The skin relation is the cause of material bondage, but relationship of the soul is the cause for freedom. This relation of the soul to the soul can be established via medium of relation with the super soul. So it is what it is. What did I say? Heart to heart. So Krishna conscious movement is that knowledge which goes by heart to heart, and there is a transformation. So when a fruit does not get ripened, that means some problem with the fruit, but not with the process. The process is perfect. The same fertilizer is put. Some are becoming fruits, nice fruits, some are becoming sour. That means the sour fruit, it is taking the contamination of this material world. That's what. So the outcome is different. You got that point? What I'm trying to say is, so contamination which is making the difference. So we too have everything, but seeing the light of the sun means to see the sun and everything else with the unseen in darkness. That is devotional service. So in conclusion, each one of us can think of, we too have everything to be grateful for, starting from human birth. We come across so much of life, happiness, sorrow, so many plans we do, we have compassion, we have so many things we do good, but everything is happening. And finally, we have taken shelter of Prabhupada. And because of Prabhupada, we have become Krishna consciousness. Now you can decide how you can, give back that gratitude to Prabhupada. You want to know what Prabhupada wants? Very small Haribol. No, Prabhupada heard. No. So Prabhupada says in one of his, Prabhupada said, having rebelled against the principles of God consciousness, we have all fallen down to this material world. If we want to revive our original position, we must establish again in the service attitude. I'm highlighting this point. I'm coming up with another agenda. I'm coming with another agenda. Don't relax. I always have some mission at the back. Swarthi, But somehow I'm trying to please my guru, Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes it comes what I can do. I'm also contaminated, material world, president of ISKCON, most difficult position. Prime Minister is also okay, but president of ISKCON not easy. So, so we must again in service. So that is the perfect cure. Otherwise, we shall suffer pain and God will be suffering more than us because we are part and parcel of it. See, Srila Prabhupada is telling that. We are just like bad sons of God. If son is not good, the father suffers. Not my words, Srila Prabhupada's words. Similarly, when we are suffering, God also suffers. Therefore, the best thing is to revive our original Krishna consciousness, to engage in the service of the Lord. So, to conclude, this is a great opportunity is coming shortly. Is opportunity for everybody. The new temple is coming up on the 23rd April. Don't say Haribol. Before that, what Prabhupada said. So be prepared. So we have to do devotional service. So a great opportunity is coming our way. Somehow Krishna has blessed us. A beautiful temple is about to manifest. It's already there. It's going to come. And Krishna Virajaman is going to go out. Yeah. Beautiful place. That's what it is. Don't you want our children to be extraordinary? Don't you want our own parents to be sitting in a, just like Krishna made Vasudeva back on sit in the asana? You see both the sides. So we are children of Krishna. We want to give him the best. So there was a time when the same Lord was sitting in a cement godown. So we gave him a better, but he is always demanding, give more. So he is only giving, but he accords according to our capability. What do you say? So the effort what we put, so a great opportunity is going to come and we will reveal that there. Before that, any comments, any reflections? I'll end it here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare. Yeah, chup.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, one question. Thank you for the wonderful class, the nice flow in terms of the prayers and then how you connect it to the devotional service. Prabhuji, the question I had, prayers we do. There are multiple reasons we do prayers. At times, there is a thought that come, I'm doing the prayers, but nothing is getting materialized. With connection to the prayers, what could be the possible reasons and how should we correct ourselves, Prabhuji?
Continue praying. When something is, see, there are two kinds of desires. A desire to deliver somebody, or desire to deliver oneself, or a desire for sense gratification. So sense gratification, I'm not talking about like the Maya in the outside world. Even in among our aspects also, when we don't do things which is not prescribed by the Acharya and things like that, that will also result towards sense gratification, which give us trouble. So prayers are meant for actually for purification. So the more we pray, the better we are. Now coming to your point is that I've answered that, Krishna answered that he has still not sanctioned that. Because he is sitting, when he has to give you, when all is decided by him. According to, there are two kinds of karma, which is prarabdha karma, which comes like where you're going to be born, where what money you have, whatever you have done in your previous life, that comes along with that. As Paramatma is noting down that. But when we take up to Krishna consciousness, that completely changes. That whatever that prarabdha karma which was going to be coming to you, that will change. Just like Prabhupada said, in front of the Lord, you know, all rekas will go. So now you have to understand, if there is a delay in those prayers or so many things happening. Actually, you people must have seen Kadam Kanan Maharaj's last words in the video. It's been circulated. It's very clear from that. You see, an iota of anxiety is not there. So comfortable, he knows he's going to die. And Srila Prabhupada knew. So look at the difference. Absolutely pakka. Parampara is going. I've seen like that Sridhar Maharaj, who was in charge of Bombay. I was seeing, after I left him, after 3 days, I think he left the world. But he was so relaxed, you know. So when you don't get disturbed by the happenings in there, you continue praying, that itself Krishna's mercy is there. When you become distorted, that means your faith in Krishna is little shaken up. I don't doubt this everywhere, but doesn't happen because we are in the contaminated situation more and more. We have to come out. So it may be difficult for us to identify everywhere Krishna is. That's why when we are in sadhu sangha or when we are discussing such things, so at that time you get the the power to overcome that. So a person who is about to die, let's say you go to the hospital, he was about to die, he will hold your hand, please protect me. But you go to a devotee, he says, chant Hare Krishna. But he anyway is going to die. Maybe after 3 days, 4 days. Our one devotee was Gaur Chandra Gopinath, this is here. His father, I used to go his hospital. And every time he say, Narahari, Hare Krishna, Narasimha, that only he was telling. He never told me, you please save me. So simple people, yeah, husband and wife, they used to come and cook here. Why should we complicate our life? Just follow them, yeah. Is it not? So complicated. They were, I know, deathbed we saw after one week or 10 days, he left the world. He was telling only that. Hare Krishna, he never holded my hand, please protect me. Chant for me. That's all he said. So the conviction becomes stronger in your sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha is, Shastra sangha is also there. You have to associate with Shastra. You have to associate with the sadhus. Dhamma sangha, so many sanghas are there. But that sangha, sadhu sangha is very, very important. Among the sadhus, you will be just saved. Ramanuja said, you just sit on a lap of a pure devotee, you will go back to God. He said that, I didn't say that. So we are under the shelter of ISKCON, you will go back to Godhead faster, but the ticket, how you will take that, that is important. Because this mind will not tell you, it will tell, no, you take the next train. No, you take the next train. So that will come up like that. Because desires will come up in between, no? Aur ek chance le lenge. So what happens? So that is not, so you have to understand this. Krishna is the friend who is sitting in the heart. Prayers are there to help us that these people were in difficulty. They were in difficulty and they are praying later. Is it not? So you continue a prayer. 1,000 years was the prayer of, what is that? The fight. Gajendra. Ultimately realized, why am I simply fighting? I could have 1,000 years before only I could have prayed for him. So that is what Prabhupada is doing. Daily you do my prayers, you'll go back. Because there is no guarantee. So many potholes are there. That will become our death sentence. Is it not? They don't have to hang us. You go in a street, some pothole, death sentence. Tabar. You'll go somewhere, notice will come. You mind that it was such a thing happened. I was discussing with my friends. 4 days back, Prime Minister came in, 3 days back. Prime Minister had come and he was coming. So he is staying in the Raj Bhavan by mistake. I mean, by chance, we are also staying somewhere close by Raj Bhavan. So I had parked my car and went for a walk. 5:30 in the morning. Prime Minister is coming at 10 o'clock. So we did the walking and afterwards took the car, came home. I saw in my mobile 5 missed calls. You count devotee phone kiya bhai? The phone kiya to police station. Within a fraction of a second, those people have contacted the control room with my number that nowadays all Jatkam is there in your Aadhar. So they contacted, within 10 minutes they called me. And he said, I called him, no, sir, I saw you taking the car. Don't worry, no problem. That's all he said. So police means, you know what happens. But if such a connection is there with the material world, all this computer, innovation, so many things, a person who is sitting in your heart cannot contact you or what? That's the life is. So you have to start recognizing. That's why sadhu sangha is very, very important. To study among sadhus, the change is tremendous. Is it okay? Yes, probably. I'll give him, he called first.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for a wonderful class, connecting Uttara's prayers with the Kunti prayer, and most importantly, perception of prayer. And finally, you touched upon your hidden agenda. So now, considering the manifestation is a wonderful temple, what should be our prayer next 4 months, 5 months?
Prayer with service. You can't just pray. You should also act. Let us fulfill the desire of Srila Prabhupada. Tell Krishna that this temple, we want to fulfill the desire of Prabhupada. You please tell this much, everything is taken care of. Because we know what Prabhupada wants. And Krishna will listen to him. Actually, it's ulta. Krishna knows that you are working for Prabhupada. He knows what to give. He's already giving you. I don't think Bangalore, we must have seen, officially, I have applied for 18 times only BDA. Outside it, maybe 50, 60 sites, but Krishna chose this part. You see, our duty is to endeavor, whether he gives or not. But now it's a reality. He's sitting inside. He's already come. Gaurnita has come. Everybody has come. Now we have to move on. Is it not? So sincere prayers is, there's another prayer. Don't make me arrogant. Because when big temple comes, big seva, big controllers you will become. So many people come and listen to you. So many types of Maya will be there. Is it not? When you control somebody, you say, hey, before surrender to Krishna, you surrender to me because I'm the controller. So the thing is, pray to Krishna that arrogance, don't fall for it. Enviousness, another thing, don't fall for it. Because you both are together, you came to ISKCON. ये तो commander बन गए यार, मैं तो उधर ही हूं. In Krishna consciousness, that doesn't work. Age doesn't work. You be 50 years also, life after life you be, but still you will not get Krishna Bhakti unless you leave this ego. The moment you take surrender, who knows, 1 year only now you have come and you may be a temple president. So it doesn't work like that. What works is your sincere effort, you put it, you will get. Don't look at others' pocket or others' position. Your life will be destroyed, not he. He will go further. Never look into anybody's house and you decide your future. Barbad ho jayega. That is the true fact. Never. See what is in your packet, according to that you spend. Na? So Krishna is rich and you are his child, you are rich. So that richness is, you have to understand, is seva. How best you can serve, whether you are a computer operator there, or whether you are giving Charnamrit, or you are cleaning there, everybody is same portfolio. Means duty is separate, but everybody is in the same platform, according to Krishna. Right? So don't get bewildered if you get some people get my position, because the service will become bigger. The administration, when I came here, I was one. Now I have 8 people serving. Fantastic people I have with me. They have given everything and they have joined. Why? They love Prabhupada. How did they come? I didn't do anything. They all came because they love Prabhupada. They know this is the moment. They are doing so much. They are taking care of families. They are taking care of children. They are taking care of business. And also they are contributing to this temple. See, money anybody can give. Giving deha, not easy. So that they have done. Wherever they go, I call them, tuck, they will come. So this is nothing but the reciprocation what Srila Prabhupada has given them. So they are doing wonderful. Now I am telling them that you 7, 8 people cannot manage this temple. At least get one person. because this is going to expand like anything. Already our Swayam Prakash started big bang. He started already the cultural events. Every month he's doing something. So he has taken the mantle, and alone he can't do. So see that direct support, indirect support, at least you can pray. These are all wonderful devotees. Temples are expanding. Our Suman Gaurari is sitting here, he will operate, what is that? What is that? Gulbarga. Day before yesterday, I had gone to Tumkur. We are opening a center there where we finalize everything. On the Shankranti day, we are opening the center. You know, see the constellation of stars. We go there, a person is there who is giving us the place. Right, devotee, 16 rounds he's chanting. I say Lelo, land, 2,000 square feet. Even we don't have that much. To begin with something, na? So they are all devotees. They are trying to help. Aap jo ho na, hum de denge. Help kar denge. So we, after seeing they have just started. Look at their intensity of serving nature. Wherever, whatever I see, kar denga Prabhuji. Figure mat karo. Marwadi family, Jain family, they become devotees. So we don't know which snake has got which diamond. Not poison. So you are all that diamonds. That's why I said. So it's a great opportunity for us. He brought up nicely, and especially the women. You are dearest to Krishna. Honestly, I don't know whether they watch. Because I see the sincerity of people when I come here. One is putting that, each one so minutely people are working is mind-boggling. I'm telling from my heart.
1 month celebrated.
I am only complicating my life by doing all. But yours is simple. Just this and put it on him and see. Oh, beautifully he looks. What we do, nothing looks, yeah. But what beautiful dress you do on Krishna Janmashtami, that looks, it's amazing. So really you have bhakti, which you can give to others. Is something wrong? No. Let us give credit to them. Because they have allowed you to do that, that's happening. Credit? Happy? So it is a cooperation, husband and wife, children, that makes difference. Anyone from this side want to share something about what I, yes, give her the mic. Mic. Sundarup? Yes. Is not working? Can you check out?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for the wonderful insights. Rightly, as you said, we are able to do only if that wholehearted support that we get from our counterparts, because that makes it so much more peaceful in the mind to do service. Otherwise, we have seen like when Matajis don't have the support either in terms at home or the spouses, then it really becomes difficult.
She is representing Kunti. Very clearly what she said here is the same thing she is telling, that let me acknowledge my husband who is allowing me to do that. Nothing wrong in that, right? All right. Yes, Mataji, go on.
Prabhu, this question regarding today's class, you touched upon devotional service, the mind. Okay. Hare Krishna. If you have a devotee who is
this is my material world, things don't work so easily.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, you go ahead. Then I call you. Okay. Yes. So before, oh, she got it. See, sadhu sangha means very nice. Sadhu sangha. See, he put it right. Our body is also like that, no? He is sadhu.
Hare yeah, about devotional service and mind and the present Kali Yuga. If we have a devotee who is kind of very passionate, over passionate, and then is it okay to kind of give him service, him or her services, which will uh, again make him more passionate, or is it okay to give him service where it will calm down? Because that devotee may not be able to decide what is adding on to the as it is agitated mind.
Well, let me see what I have understood from your question is there a passionate devotee, and to give him service is a particular service, or you are talking about
Yeah, because by the nature of the devotee takes services which keeps him or her more agitated. So as a kind of guide or this thing, is it okay to suggest to take services like preaching or something where it will calm the person, calm the devotee, and not add to that overtly passionate nature?
see, passion is something about Arjuna also had passion. So even devotees do have passion or ignorance, different. Ignorance means in the sense is they may not have intelligence, but you tell them, God, do this jadu, they will do it. So there are all categories of people in Krishna consciousness. So Srila Prabhupada said that identify the talent in each and engage them according to him. So you have to be very careful that by giving that service, how much, whether he will do damage or where he will contribute, that you should be able to determine that. But if you don't determine that, then you may get into problem. Not only he will put you also into problem. So it is necessary. Take for your own example. You're a structural engineer. So if I have to design this building, you may be passionate in structures and things like that. But still, you're the best person I come to you because you know the subject matter. But your passion is in your field. Your passion is not distorted. So same way in Krishna consciousness, some people are very eager to collect money. So it has to be regulated and they will collect money like anything. So he has to be engaged. So he has to be guarded. Baba, you take this. So Prabhupada was very clear according to that. But there are guidelines. In that guidelines is how much harm he will do. We have to look into that, then only take this forward. But Krishna is there in the Atma also because he has a desire to serve Krishna. That makes the difference. We have seen in Krishna consciousness, we have many devotees even in our temple who are really passionate. I catch hold of them and give them more service because they are able to deliver. So in that way, so it is not. So even among temple building also, many people build many ways. Each temple nowadays is no less than 25 crores, 20 crores, 100. Nowadays is nothing there. You take any temple, that guy doesn't know anything. He's become president there, 100 crore temple bana rahe, Prabhuji. That means the confidence he has got, and he's collected 50 crores. Where it has come? So it is there. Bewildering things are happening. I just came after the SIDC meeting recently, and there the new team which has taken over in the Hyderabad, within 5 years, they have collected more than 25 crores. Huh? So that they are seeing that passion. And one of my close friend, Vardha Krishna, is sitting there. So I can make out his passion is like that. He can, they're not cheating public, but they have a passion do way. So it is acceptable. So they calculated, ye aadmi 20 years mein kuch nahi kiya, ye to 5 saal mein kar diya. So there must be something, So there has to be passion. There has to be that Kshatriya mood in many things. Otherwise we can't. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
So done. So I'll come to the important aspect of, we had a few devotees last week. Actually, today was supposed to be our union, our Ishtagoshti on our temple planning, but we could not put things in the right, framework to present to you all. So the coming Sunday is that we are inviting all of you to assemble in our new temple. It's at 10 o'clock. Morning program is there, but 9:30 breakfast, but it will be followed by lunch. So this will be in Ishtagoshti. We will have there. We are going to share with you the action plan for next till 23rd April, what we are going to do. What has to be done financially, what has to be done materially, what has to be completed, what DD services, how the visitors, we have a various things which we have to discuss. So we require all of your cooperation to go about. Each may fit you in different services. I'll not tell you this, that. Giving you example is, we have 75 top devotees of ISKCON leaders will come here. So 75 devotees means 75 houses for them to stay. Or I have to book a hotel. Now you have to find a choice whether they want to keep in your house or you put them in a hotel. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Seva is very nice. So we can look at it. That opportunity is there. I'm just giving an example. In the same way, we have the DT installation. We have more than 20 pujaris are going to come, reside here for next 10 days at that time. They will be doing all purification works. All that will be there. Then there will be invitees. One thing which I'm trying to emphasize, which is very important, is we are not clubbing with this public opening. This is exclusively for ISKCON devotees opening only. Or 1 week later, we'll be opening officially to the world. Okay, to the Bangalore world. We are not mixing, so that devotees can, harmoniously enjoy Lord's seva. So in this regard, we are coming out with this strategic planning, but we 7 or 8 people cannot sit and do all this. But still, we have formed a core committee, which will look into, share with you, and which will also give you opportunity where you're going to fit yourself. Don't fit yourself in too many places, and because you can't expand like Krishna or Kardama Muni 7 places. It will not happen. Make sure how much you take, expand that much, things will happen. Okay. So we are expecting more than 1,000 devotees for the 2 days at that time. But preparation is pre-preparation. They present what is going to happen at that time. Then the post. Post is most difficult. 9 months. So next 6 months, totally 9 months you calculate from the day now, next 9 months, all of you, whatever commitment of time you give, we are ready to receive it. So you give your bhiksha of your time to us. We will tell you when, what we require. According to that, we will fit. We will not impose anything on you people. You come when you want, how you want to do. We will give the opportunity, you can choose. So this requires a lot of brainstorming, and we are coming up with a strategic planning, because their Lordship, Supreme Lord, is going to go, and he will be here. We will be going to Vaikuntha, and he will come there. Because if you build a temple, we'll go back, no? Shastra Praman, no? Correct, no? I'm not telling you lies. So, point is, he will go there, he will eternally stay here, but we will eternally go with him. Because he can stay there as well as there. That is what Kunti said. I didn't say that. Kunti, what he said, inside, outside is there. So Shastra Pramana is important. So we will come up. So we have a strategic planning. So I have requested for this strategic planning to be headed by Seva taken by our Sundarup Prabhu. I'll invite him. So he will head this. We have a temple inauguration and all this. He is there with all my team. Can you come? And all our staff people, like who are all running the temple management, they are also a part of this. There is one more president who is going to join. He is Vardha Krishna Das, also will be part of this organizing team. And there is Vibhav Krishna Das, who is also from the godbrother of who have been very much supporting our cause. These two people also will be part of that core team. But this core team is only planning and execution aspect. All of you will be there. There will be different lines. See, all of you cannot give all the time, right? But these are the people who can give time and also take your time and adjust it. So please bless this devotee. It's not an easy, and bless the whole team which will take this forward, the coming. And I asked you, one thing is your prayers to their lordship, so that the smooth transition happens, their lordship come and benefit to the society. Our work actually starts since the Red Temple opens. Lot of devotees will come, and it is your duty to retain them, not to send them back. So this is very, very important. So this thing I'll ask him to speak about, and please cooperate. Who else can we go? You are all our family members, Srila Prabhupada's family. So this temple, all of you have built this temple together. We don't have any big donors who have come and given crores of rupees. Yes, they have given lakhs of rupees, but we have spent crores of rupees. So this is built by every devotee. His blood has been put. We have done our best to not to waste your money as much as possible. Krishna knows sometimes he may forgive me also. By mistake, we might have done it. But still, I seek forgiveness. Sometimes we may make mistakes. But this is an opportunity all of us are trying to do for Srila Prabhupada. Even though Srila Prabhupada has not come here, his disciples have come here. So we are just following his disciples' direction, and we are expanding this movement at this part of the world. So you are all being the part and parcel of this temple. So naturally, it is your birthright to get, it's your prerogative to take up this seva and make this mission a success. Is it okay? So over to Srila Bhakti Sundarup Sham Prabhu, who will take over. Before that, another thing is, just after this, we will all pray we'll all chant one round, because one sannyasi is on the verge of leaving this world. That is Kadam Kanan Maharaj, which many of you must have seen the video, how blissful he is. He has got cancer in the final stage. So he has come and settled down in Vrindavan. He's following Prabhupada instruction. And really, when I saw it, was really moved by the way he spoke. So it gave us a strength. Okay, hamaro ko bhi chance hai. So that is there. And our chairman of ICC Indian Yatra is Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He slipped, he fell down. There's a lot of stitches. He's also got so many problems. So we all pray that he comes out of this and again becomes forefront lead. He is the person at any point of time, he will be in the Mangalarti, he will be doing darshan. In Mangalarti only he fell in Vrindavan and this damage is done. So the pain we cannot help, but we will pray to Krishna so it minimizes him, and then we will do one round. So over to you, Sundar Rakshant. He doesn't want mercy. This Prabhupada's garland, Baba.
Hare Krishna. So we also want to invite the other core members that you may be wanting to see them. So His Grace Prashadishwar Prabhu, His Grace Savarnagari Prabhu, His Grace Swayam Prakash Prabhu, His Grace Pramod Nitai Prabhu.
they are doing multiple roles because we have two response. One, temple has to run, then we have to organize this also. This is where your role will play.
And we also have His Grace Mathura Sham Prabhu is not here. Rukmani Ranga Krishna Prabhu. We forgot the spearhead of this. His Grace Rukmani Ranga Krishna Prabhu. So few highlights. So Prabhu has very beautifully narrated how are we going to connect with all of you in the coming week, coming Sunday. So coming Sunday is a very important event. We request all of you to be present, and we will call each and every participant personally one-to-one, so that there could be a nicer and sweeter participation from all of you. So few things that really started to make us think aloud. The first thing was, someone asked, what will be the size of this operation? This operation meaning the temple opening. So many comments came, but what we realized, it is several times the size of Janmashtami that we do, right? So that will be the nature of this event. So to do this in a very pleasant, humble manner, it needs engagement of each and every one part of this congregation. So that is when we can attract the heart of all the devotees, please the Supreme Lord. So it's going to be a great teamwork. It's going to be a collective effort, starting from meeting our financial requirements to meet all the seva requirements. So we have to work in a very, very coordinated manner. If we work in that manner, we're sure we can do it. Our congregation size is pretty large. We are actually about 600. I'm sure about 200 minimum should be more than initiated to very serious devotees. So which means we have enough set of leaders to make this happen in a very nice manner. It's just that, like what Prabhupada talking about, what Narahari Prabhu explained about our gratitude. So this is one of the best way to express our gratitude to the Supreme Lord and to Srila Prabhupada for giving us this opportunity to serve. So with this kind of opportunity and the team size that we have, I'm sure we can make this happen. What we need is coordinated thoughts and good teamwork. We can make this happen. It's like climbing a Tirupati hill, right? It looks like we're going to climb maybe 1,000 steps. But as we keep every step, we'll get closer to the goal. So we will start this journey with the first baby step. I'm sure we will be able to make a pleasant April 23rd very memorable, remembering, and will also attract many congregation devotees in and around this temple. So if you see our festivals, we are already crossing 600, 700 devotees. With this new temple manifesting, we're not going to be talking less than 1,000, 1,500 devotees. So that's a lot of devotees and lots of opportunities for us to connect with them and do our service. To start with, we've identified about 25 seva areas that needs attention. So 25 seva areas means 25 independently working leaders. So 25 working independent leaders means a lot of members, support devotees working with these leaders to make this particular seva becomes functional. So you see, there will be enough seva opportunities for each and every one of us. And this seva is not something like, okay, I can casually do it. The seva requires a little bit of more thought process and dedication. If that is inculcated in our thoughts, I'm sure we can make this a wonderful experience. Anything else, Prabhuji, you want to speak? Okay, so few information to be shared. So one is this Tuesday we are meeting to make a crystal clear plan as to how do we approach this. So by Sunday we will be sharing a detailed PowerPoint, which will give you like a walkthrough how we're going to approach this. Okay, so that's the first part of it. So we need about 2 hours plus for all these discussions. So we require full participation right from the first minute go. If due to some personal reasons, if you come like 30 minutes late, you may miss, some of the key aspects of it. So what we will do is we'll give additional time. We will not start 4 o'clock. We'll start a little bit later so that you have enough time to join this activity. So we'll start somewhere around 9:30 time. We'll have breakfast and we'll start around 9:30 time. We'll assemble in the first floor and we'll spend time about for a couple of hours. We may have a group activity also. And at around 12, we will try to break for lunch. So we request all of you to be promptly present, and we will make all other arrangements for this meeting to go very nicely.
If by chance, if some of you have participated in any other temple opening and you want to contribute to share some experience, we are always welcome.
Sorry, the venue will be the new temple hall. So that's a change of plan. So we'll announce all those details. And importantly, most of you will be added into a new group called as a new temple opening group, which we will use to broadcast messages so that we are all well aware what to look for next, right? So a few administrative changes you will start to communicate with you. And let's see, we'll make it as a family affair, like how wedding is so personal for us, where every member in the family takes it so close, dear to the heart, and make that wedding great success. So let us have the same mood. This is a family affair, and this family will make this as a great success. Thank you. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
So we'll all chant one round.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Quick announcements. Let us all first thank for the wonderful class that Prabhuji has given today with multiple aspects and many insights. So once Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have one sponsor today. His name is Nandakumar Kapse Prabhu. Any other sponsors for today? Anybody else would like to sponsor a prasadam? Mataji want to sponsor. Mataji, your name? MS Bhakti Priya Mataji. Anybody else who wants to sponsor today for the prasadam? Okay. So one quick update. So let us all at least chant once Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for this wonderful devotees who sponsored the prasadam today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have next Sunday is Ekadashi. So please make a note of that. And I would request Rati Madhuri Mataji to talk about the yatras, the upcoming yatras, and probably some realization from the yatras also. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So, as we all know that moving to the pilgrim places is most important part of our devotional life, so that it encourages our battery or charges our battery of devotion, so that we can come back and chargeably do our devotional service in our temple. So we are taking an opportunity to going to Mayapur, Puri Mayapur in this month of December on 10th. So we already have 25 devotees registered. Mayapur Dham ki, Jagannath Puri Dham ki. So we have the last registration dates will be November 15th. So not another 3 days to go. So we request devotees still have desire to join for this yatra can come down and register with us. So I would call upon Prabhu to speak a little about the Mayapur Yatra, which he had an experience with us in the month of April, the last April.
Hare Krishna. So I'll just try to share my experience. So firstly, I would like to thank Mataji for such a well coordinated yatra. Some of the good things that I can carry forward is the whole yatra is managed with the extreme sensitivity, keeping into account the different age groups of people who will come, right from the uh, getting down from the railway station. Everything was coordinated, transport to the accommodation, prasadam, and even the schedule was planned in such a way that everyone will be able to move along with the schedule, well uh, coordinated. And even during the yatra, the speakers were also, we had association of Maharaj. We had association of many Maharajas in Mayapur, and Jayapataka Maharaj's association and lectures also were arranged. So that is the main thing. Many a times we go, but of course, when we go with devotees, there is always hearing. So even that was taken care well of. And one other personal benefit that I got when I attended this yatra was that many a times we don't get to hear and interact with other devotees and see how nicely they are practicing bhakti, because we are all busy. After Sunday program we go. So in the yatra we get to spend time with devotees, see their good qualities, try to inculcate something within our own lives, get inspired positively. We were able to see, we are able to interact with a lot of devotees. And lastly, although we had gone to Mayapur several times, only this time we were able to go to Eka Chakra. So so many times we think I visited several places, but there will be something more left over. Krishna wants to keep us pulling us once more, so he'll keep something pending. So Eka Chakra, this time we were able to visit. It was a very divine experience, Eka Chakra. So these were some of the things. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for sharing in your experience with us, Prabhu. So this is how our yatra is going to be. So we request all the devotees to encourage your family, friends, and yourself too, to join this wonderful yatras with us so that you can have a blissful experience of joy in this devotional life. Prabhupada says, Krishna consciousness is always an happy moment, isn't it? So we all want to be happy at the end of the day. So this can be possible. And the next upcoming yatra would be to all the Divya Desham. So this is our first attempt to go to the first Divya Desham of the 108. That is Sri Rangam. Sri Rangam Dham ki Jai. We all know very well, Sri Rangam Dham is the one of the first biggest world's functioning temple. So we would be moving to the temple, and along we'll also see all the other Divyadesham. And of course, we'll also move to Rameshwaram, though it is not a Divyadesham, but also we can also take the Tirthas. So we have facility of taking bath at the 22 wells there, and also the Agni Tirtha. And the most important would be that we would also facilitate for Tarpanam. So anybody wants to give Sharda for your forefathers will also be arranged in this yatra. Along with that, of course, we will be moving to Madurai. One of the most important place at Madurai, along with all the Divyadesham, would be the Nupuru Ganga, because this is the place where Lord, Vamana Dev actually brought Ganga, the tips of water coming down to this material world. So we still don't know where it originates from. So though Bhagavatam, we hear that it comes from the lotus feet of the Lord, and the Lord himself brought it to this material world by tearing the part of the sky. So that is the place we are going to visit, and it's going to be amazing to be in there, because most of them would have not covered that. So this yatra, we ensure that we'll see all the unique places also. So I'll now ask Nandini to come forward to speak her experience about our yatras, because the youngest of the youngest.
Hare Krishna. So I had the opportunity to go with Ratimataji to Melkote and Tondanu trip. And I must say, I had taken the best decision to go to for this trip. It was very amazing association with the devotees and the kirtan, and it was a very, very beautiful trip. I would also encourage all of you and people of my age also to go for these trips. And it's really wonderful to be with Krishna and all the other devotees. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. So here it is seen that all ages are welcome. Never think these yatras are only meant for senior citizens. It's all for the youth, the children, the women, and the Prabhujis to join us. So as a family of Krishna consciousness, we can always go together and spend the beautiful moments of our life being with devotees, sadhu sangha. So the last day for registration for this yatra of Divya Desham would be November 15th, because we have to book the train tickets. So we all know we have to plan in advance. Otherwise, we cannot get the train tickets happening. So we request you all to please hurry up and help us to register your seats and confirm your seats for this yatra. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. One reminder for the upcoming wonderful program. You all have seen the flyers. We'll be having the Association of His Grace, Amog Leela Prabhu, on November 25th. Okay, so please register. There is a registration link that has been sent in the WhatsApp. So please ensure register for all those age groups from 15 to 30. Okay, and now, as Prabhu has requested, we'll chant one round. Yeah. We also request all the devotees who are standing outside to please come inside and participate to chant this one round, one full round of on the beats, One mala, we'll do one mala of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And one of the requests from the temple management is those devotees, those leaders who have organized the Deep Dan, programs for all this entire month. Some of them, we had requested them to provide their scores of when they perform this Deep Dan at various places. And we know there are multiple places. In fact, there have been daily programs that have been happening. So we're a humble request to all those leaders to provide the scores at least maximum by today, end of the day, so that we can, inspire others also and provide the scores to the congregation. Hare Krishna. We'll chant one mala now. Yeah. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And this was the success of the temple opening. We can chant now. Hare Krishna. And also for the and so as Prabhuji had conveyed, we are doing this one round for the for the spiritual benefit of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj and His Holiness Kadambakani Swami Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki. His Holiness Kadambakanan Swami Maharaj ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. ICC New Temple Opening Maha Mahotsav ke.
Hare Krishna.